If you're struggling to gain traction on your weight loss journey due to emotional eating, then this video is for you. In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 tangible tips that you can start implementing today to start gaining traction on your weight loss journey, especially if you struggle with emotional eating. I developed these tips through self-reflection while I was participating in a 4-month-long weight control group led by a PhD level psychologist and registered dietitian. Now, this group cost me $880 to participate in. But in this video, I'm gonna give you the juicy tidbits that had the most meaningful impact on my weight loss journey for free. Together, these tips have helped me lose over 15 pounds in 3 months. Now, this isn't headline-worthy weight loss, but if you found me, you understand that crash diets backfire. What is impressive about these tips is that they've helped me alleviate any anxiety I was beginning to develop around daily food choices, instead leaning into the joy of eating with every single meal. The first point is eating episodes. The most common form of binge eating is grazing multiple times throughout the day. Begin to filter your overeating tendencies by limiting yourself to 3 to 5 eating episodes per day. Now, this does not mean restrict what you're eating, but it does mean delay what you want to eat until your next eating episode. For example, during the Halloween season, when I was working in the hospital as a medical student, the chiefs would come around with a candy bowl to boost morale. They did this at around 10 a.m. in the morning, and that candy looked really enticing. Instead of restricting, I would take a piece, but I would delay it until after I had my lunch. Now, this is hard to start doing, because it's almost reflective to eat a piece of candy that we get for free immediately the second that we get it. But holding off is beneficial for 3 reasons. The first reason is that it builds up the strength of your stop brain. Your stop brain is that part of your brain that holds your long-term health goals in mind. But in the face of temptations right in front of you, that stop brain can sometimes be non-existent. Delaying the treat strengthens the connection between your current self and your desired future self. The second benefit is that it builds confidence that you can gain control over your daily food environment. Many people who struggle with emotional eating or binge eating suffer from food noise. Food noise is that constant desire to eat or the feeling like you have no control over your cravings. By delaying the treat to your next eating episode, you're not denying or depriving yourself of that eating experience, but you are delaying it, proving to yourself that you can pump the brakes on cravings that seemingly come out of nowhere, especially if you know that you can satisfy that craving a little bit later in a way that's more aligned with your goals. The third benefit is that it gives you a sweet treat to look forward to after you've had the opportunity to fill up on some more nutritious foods. This helps you enjoy treats in moderation instead of having the treat become the entire meal. The second point is to track in a way that doesn't make you crazy. The classic advice for anyone starting a weight loss journey is to track your calories. I have a love-hate relationship with MyFitnessPal dating back to 2013. I initially downloaded it to help me lose weight, but instead, it's helped me track an almost 60-pound weight gain over the past 11 years. Let me be honest with you. I don't like tracking. I find it tedious and annoying. And I started to develop some anxiety around tracking with regard to tracking every little bit of food I ate with extreme accuracy, which is impossible unless you bring a food scale with you everywhere you go. Personally, I did not want to live like that. My ideal vision of weight loss was to just magically change my wants and desires around food to naturally crave the healthier options. But I would find myself choosing a fried appetizer over a baked entree when push came to shove every single time. Again, that stop brain was nowhere to be found. Now, if I didn't care about my long-term health, then this wouldn't be a problem. The problem is that I would inevitably feel guilt and remorse that I didn't choose the healthiest option in the moment. Brené Brown defines guilt as that internal discomfort that you feel when your actions do something or don't do something that are aligned with your values. And for me, I was feeling internal guilt when I would make a choice that wasn't aligned with my long-term weight loss goals. My ultimate goal is to get this excess body weight off so that I can reverse and reduce my risk of long-term and metabolic diseases associated with obesity. I knew I needed a change force to apply directly to myself to help filter the tendencies like emotional eating and binge eating that were no longer serving me. This is where mindful eating became paramount to me enjoying the process of weight loss in a sustainable way. The treatment for binge eating or overeating is to keep track of what you're eating. So I knew I needed some tracking method that didn't make me crazy. I started with a notebook, simply writing down what I ate and when I ate it without any judgment. Judgment-free journaling is helpful because it helps you understand your habits and gives you the opportunity to revise them and review them in a way that's more aligned with your long-term goals. When I first started doing this, I noticed that I was eating most of my food consumption late in the evening right before going to bed. This allowed me to make a conscious effort to eat more balanced meals earlier in the day so I wasn't starving and hangry at night and then more prone to overdo it. The third point is to lean into food joy. Nutrition is but one value of food. Food and eating have so many other benefits in life as well. It can help us celebrate, take a break, connect with others, or be a major driving force for some of our most cherished memories. For this reason, our relationship with food has a huge impact on our lives. This makes being in a position of wanting or needing to lose weight precarious because unlike alcohol or drugs, you can't simply just stop eating. You die. But you know you have to make substantial change to the way you eat. And because we eat multiple times a day, every single day, I couldn't envision a life where thinking of food gave me anxiety or stress or discomfort, or made me feel sad or restricted because I couldn't eat what my peers were eating. I didn't want to feel like because I was overweight, I was punished and not allowed to indulge in all of the facets of food that make eating so enjoyable. So I decided that my personal philosophy around weight loss was to always be leaning into the joy of food. In my food journal, I started writing down my yum moments. These were the moments that made me stop and say, oh my goodness, that is delicious. It could be anything about the eating experience. It could be the crunch of toast, or the crispy coldness of Boston bib lettuce, or the sweet tanginess of a salad dressing, or the visually appealing colors on the plate. No matter what it was, if it added to my happiness around the meal, I wrote it down. Similarly, I started to write down my meh moments. These were elements of the meal that distracted from my overall enjoyment. It could be an undercooked potato, or a mushy piece of broccoli, or a burnt piece of toast. Anything that distracted from my satisfaction of the meal. This is helpful because it helps you quantify your likes and dislikes around food. Once you've done this for a long enough time, you start to develop a personal philosophy around food, noting the elements that make you excited to eat. And once you find the food elements or recipes that are aligned with your personal philosophy and also aligned with your long-term goals, then you have unlocked the key to weight freedom. It's your personal key to sustainable weight loss in a way that feels effortless and full of joy. It will feel effortless to you as you move forward because you've done the groundwork in identifying that overlap between things you really enjoy and things that are going to get you to your goals. And that overlap, that is where the sweet sauce is. In summary, the 3 steps that you can start implementing today to start making meaningful progress on your weight loss goals are: first, to limit yourself to 3 to 5 distinct eating episodes per day. Enjoy what you want, but if something comes up unexpectedly, instead of giving in the moment, delay that eating opportunity to your next eating episode as a way to gain more control over your food environment. Secondly, track in a way that doesn't make you crazy. And thirdly, leaning to the joy of food by cultivating a personal food philosophy of all the exciting elements of meals that make you look forward to eating. Use your developing food philosophy to see what foods align with your nutrition and health goals. If you found this video helpful, then you may like this video where I go into the details of why willpower fails for sustainable weight loss and describe the concept of a change force that you can use to craft your transformation in a way that's uniquely suited to you and also sustainable. The Happy Eating Journal is designed to shift your focus from what you're eating to how what you're eating satisfies your senses. It's not just a journal, but it's the first thread of transforming your relationship with food. The digital copy is available as a thank you to anyone who signs up for my email list. But if you're like me and prefer a physical paperback, that's also available for sale on Amazon. Go to my website at www.reversemyrisk.com for all of the details. The Happy Eating Journal is linked under the resources tab. Thank you for watching to the end of this video. And since you've made it here, can you do me a huge favor? It would mean the world to me if you could interact with this video and somehow with a like, comment, or subscribe. This is a new YouTube channel and I am passionate about this topic. And I plan on dedicating the rest of my medical career to the care of overweight and obese women who are struggling to gain traction on their weight loss journey. I want to guide women through transformative behavior change in a way that's sustainable and unique to them. I can't wait to be your partner in health. I'm Betsy, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!